Let's roll.
Matt Wiley.
I'm sorry. I don't have the updates with me.
I don't either, but we all right, what are we, week 4 here?
We are in week 4.
Everyone else a little.
Week 4. Everyone's a battle for second right now. It seems like.
Kaiser's officially 16-2 right now in the year.
16-2 should be 17-1.
Yeah.
Hey, overall though, what's our record overall here on the podcast?
Well, Kaiser's carrying, but we're
Doesn't matter. What's our record?
I think we
well
were
over
53 and 80 or 53 and 37, and I think we were up like 18 units.
18.
Okay, so take out Kaiser's.
We're still up 2 units even without Kaiser.
We're still above 500. So
we're up 2 units without Kaiser.
And we got Shug and Davis bringing us down. So I mean,
hey,
whoa,
easy. I had one bad week. All right.
Shug needs to get above 500.
Jordan's consistent 3 and 4 on the.
I should have just used my parlays as part of my picks last week, and we'd be certified sharps.
Well,
we need to have everyone above 500 by next week.
I'll get there this week because I hate my
dude.
picks.
I'm 15 of 15 on the year. I'm just
what? Oh, 15 of 15. I thought you said 15 of 15. I was like, no,
out of 15.
Yeah,
I'm not 15 of 15.
All right, so let's get Kaiser first since he's leading the pod, and then we'll
the crown on it.
This is who everyone's tuned in for.
Yeah.
everyone logs off after like the first 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm here. I was just at the golf course last week. That was my bad.
God.
How'd you play?
What's that?
How'd you play?
Not so good, Dave. Got a lot of shit to work on here.
He was too busy finding locks versus hitting fairway.
Yeah, I was not focused.
The important stuff.
I did not really like what I saw out there this week. It seemed like you guys probably liked it a little more. So
I didn't.
I'm going to throw some stuff against the wall and see if it sticks. And it's been working out like that so far. So
I'm just going to be honest. I'm rooting for you to go 0-6 this week.
That's okay. Yeah. No,
likewise.
At some point, this ship will crash and burn. It's about how close can I get to the sun before I melt.
Or how resistant to heat are you?
Yeah.
Damn.
So my first one, I'm going to go back to the well with the Longhorns. This is a spot that they have sucked in. They've lost to TCU a million times. Only -5 at Fort Worth, 11 a.m. This screams TCU, but I'm a total homer. I watched Sark just roll Texas Tech last weekend, drinking tequila. Couldn't have been better. Honestly, a better start to the Saturday. They scored 1 million points. I think they're going to do that to TCU. So I've been -5. Notre Dame is my second one. I did not like what I saw from Cincinnati when they played on the road at Indiana, especially in the first half. I know they won that game, but this seems like a spot Notre Dame. I would think the last time they were a home underdog was probably Georgia a couple of years ago, like 2018 or whenever that was. So
maybe Clemson last year.
Oh, right. Yeah. But they still won that game. So
they did. Yeah.
I forgot they played in the ACC last year. But yeah, so I like Notre Dame at home against Cincinnati +2 there. My third pick is Colorado, the Buffs. Boulder Buffs at home playing USC.
Jerome Bettis Buffs?
The Buffs. No, they're the Buffs, not the Bus. But they're about to put USC back on the bus, and they're going to drive all the way back to LA with an L. So
they've been taking a lot of those this year.
Yeah, they have. And a couple of weeks ago, I cashed on the interim coach bet with USC. I thought they would kick out Washington State. That worked out. Around 2 or 3 weeks in is when the interim coach, magic starts to wear off. So I'm on Colorado +7.5 on that one. I'm going to go back to the well and to the NFL on another homer pick. It's the Cowboys -4.5 at home versus the Panthers. No McCaffrey. Cowboys D has much improved. They got a lot of playmakers on a lot of different levels of that defense. And I think the offense is good. as anyone in the NFL. So
I agree. They look so good Monday
Best
night.
offense in the NFL.
yeah, I mean,
Dude,
I would put them up there.
Rams.
If they're able to run the ball, yes.
I'm not saying that the Rams, yeah, probably better offense, but I'm saying they're up there with those teams. Rams, Bucks, like all those teams, I would put them up against anyone. Need some offensive line injuries and suspensions to go away, and then I'd be feeling better about it. But yeah, I like a -4.5. The Panthers haven't really played anyone yet, and no McCaffrey. They didn't look super special without him against Houston last week. So. Cowboys -4.5 at home. Now these last two picks, my underdog money line and my last straight pick, I looked at both of them as my underdog money lines. But for the juice and for the viewing pleasure, I chose the higher of the money lines to take as the money line. But
Good.
I kind of like them both on the spread and as money line. So the smaller spread pick that I'm going to take is Michigan on the road at Wisconsin +1.5. Like that spot for them. Wisconsin's secondary is not good at all. And I think Graham Mertz is maybe the only quarterback that I wouldn't trade Bo Nix for. So I want to stay away from him.
What about Haynes King for A&M?
He's bad too.
I'd take
Or the backup. Sorry, the backup.
Calzada. I don't know.
Calzada, yeah.
He's really bad. He's very bad.
I'd probably keep Bo over Calzada, but don't like Graham Mertz.
How are we talking about our backup quarterback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, let's say that for after the picks because I got some takes.
Yeah. We'll do
Here
our
we
takes.
go.
Our takes after the
I love
picks.
where this is
Here
going.
we go. Show takes.
Last pick, the money line underdog, which I am undefeated on so far. But this will be the juiciest one that I've taken to this point.
Juicier than Colorado at A&M?
It's not as juicy as that, but you didn't hit that one. So
I did not.
I'll take
So close.
Louisville on the road at 24th ranked Wake Forest. They're getting 7 or 7.5 in the game. Money line is +215.
Wow.
Word, I like it.
Those
I
are my
like
picks.
that a lot.
We're gonna
Dude,
keep it rolling, baby. I'm sure I'm gonna come back to earth at some point, but I've built a nice little lead here for myself.
I'm fading you on a couple of picks, so I'm excited about that.
I've got a couple fades on you too.
I'm in lockstep on a couple of your picks. So
But I've also got the same pick as you. So yeah.
I didn't take one of your picks. I love where this is going.
All right, Wiley.
All right. So let's go. First pick is a fade of the unbelievably scorching hot leader. We're going to go Wisconsin
Ooh.
at home -1.5. Did you say
Yeah.
1.5?
That's right.
Yep.
-1.5. Terrible Wisconsin team. I mean, just awful. They've just completely just not shown up in 2 massive games. Mertz had multiple turnovers, but this is the game, if any of them, that they're going to win. Michigan, historically under Harbaugh, terrible in big games, especially on the road. All right, Wisconsin, this is the game that they have to win in order to right the ship.
This is the game that Davis thought he was betting on last week when Wisconsin's house was going to be rocking.
Correct. The
Yeah.
But the game was in Chicago.
house will be
It was
jumping
not
around.
in Wisconsin.
Jump around will be played.
No
and
analysis.
It will be a full Wisconsin crowd. Got a couple stats for you guys.
Badgers.
Okay. Wisconsin rush D. Last game against Notre Dame gave up 9 rushing yards.
Yeah, I saw that.
9. Okay. Their defense averages giving up 23 rushing yards a game.
Oh my God.
my.
They are an elite rush defense, which Michigan likes to run the ball. And I don't believe in their quarterback, and I think that's what they're going to try and do. So I think it's going to be a really disgusting game. But I think,
Like a 7-3 bout, just really boring to
like
watch.
17-13, like disgusting. I mean, you
Like
don't wanna
week
watch
1,
it.
Penn State, Wisconsin, like 16-10.
But Mertz doesn't have 3 turnovers, hopefully, is the idea here. So I like Wisconsin in this spot. I think, Michigan really hasn't played that many good teams. They haven't really been tested. I mean, they had Washington, Rutgers last week. So I like Wisconsin at home, finally pulling through against, a big ranked team and kind of righting the ship a little bit. Paul Chryst going to have them ready. So that's my first pick. Second pick, we're going to roll with Kai's here, Notre Dame. Getting, what are we getting, 1.5 there at home?
2.
2? Okay.
Yeah.
That's also my ML pick.
Odds.
I think I'm plus 115 there. It's not very big.
I can tell you.
I'm basically just doubling down Notre Dame. But once again, I think Notre Dame comes off a good win against Wisconsin, comes back home. Cincinnati, like Kaiser said, kind of struggled out of the gates against Indiana and pulled away. I like their quarterback, but don't believe in them on the road. And I think it's a good spot, kind of a good line for Notre Dame to win a big game at home against a ranked team that they need to win, because I don't think the rest of their schedule looks like anything. So
These are not plus odds for you, FYI.
huh?
It's minus 103 via Action app.
I just looked on my book and it was plus 110.
Controversy.
Oh, I said the same thing 2 weeks ago, and I got booed off the podcast for not using Action app. So we're gonna go with Action app.
Get booted off the podcast. I mean, can you
Correct.
be more dramatic?
Well, if it's minus
I mean-
103, that's not an underdog money line.
Yeah.
There's no way if they're 2-point underdogs that they're have a negative money line.
Trying to show you, but my background's fucking with it. I'll send you a screenshot of it. I'm looking at
Okay.
it. Cincinnati's minus 121.
I don't have that on my book, so, and the line's the exact same.
I thought we were going Action app.
We're going Action app.
Find a
Yeah,
new
we're
slant.
definitely. I've gotten
David's
fucked on
gotten
this for
screwed
the
too.
past 4 weeks. So
Yeah,
going Action app.
and Blue, you got to give us an extra pick because you can't just double down on one you already have.
I got an extra pick for you. Boston College plus 16.
Trey Mullinax.
Trey
Um,
Mullinax top 20 plus
Wiley,
800.
I think we can't qualify that.
Yeah, I mean we've told Shug that he's got to
Yeah.
go by the Action app.
Yeah, we booted him off the podcast. I forgot
That's
about
right.
that.
He got booted.
I mean, don't get upset when I didn't get to get a pick that my book had, and that we had to use Action line, just like Davis.
No,
last
you
couple-
were trying to say that you
Every
got a
week.
pick you try to get a pick 7 days before the pod, and we're like, I got it at 17.5, and now it's 13. So let's take it at 17.5.
Well, now we're just wasting time
Yeah. Why don't we find a new money line here,
now.
Well, now
or just go through the rest of your picks. Go through the rest of your picks. and
Okay.
then-
Okay. All right. We're second place. We can battle back. Okay. UAB is the third pick. Okay.
Yes.
Shout out.
Protective.
Shout out 205. UAB minus 1.5. Liberty. I gave you Syracuse last week on the road.
Carrier Dome.
Carrier Dome. Sorry, Liberty on the road at Syracuse. Syracuse Carrier Dome weeknight game. Liberty going back on the road against a great coach team that could have been Auburn's coach, but
Turn this down.
turned
Are
us
they the
down.
best coach team in the state?
Yes.
He's probably a close second behind Saban.
Okay.
Yeah. So I still think Liberty. They've got Malik Willis, but I don't think they have as much talent around him as they did last year. I think teams are starting to, kind of force him to pass a little bit and, trying to get him in third and 5 pluses. And with that, that's what Syracuse did. And then if you put some points on the board, make him come from behind, he's got to pass. And that's not the script that Hugh Freeze wants to follow. So we're going to go UAB minus 1.5, I believe is the odds.
That's what I have it at.
But check me, action boy.
No, that's 1.5.
Okay. All right.
Action boy.
That's 3. All right. The next one is probably this pick has a potential to win outright or lose by 90. And
Oh God.
we're gonna go Maryland plus 3.5
I knew you
Get
were
the
picking
fuck
that
out of here.
one. I knew you were picking that one.
Friday night at home against Iowa, top 5 team. Okay.
Love it.
It's Friday night.
Love it.
Anything can happen on Friday night.
The Terps. Okay. Loxley at the helm. All right. Tungavaloa.
Killed a guy.
Did
Who
he?
did?
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, that
don't
was
think
the
he
last
killed him.
coach.
Probably true.
I think
He worked the guy into a heat exhaustion.
I think that was the last coach, maybe.
That was. I don't think Loxley
That
was
was
there yet.
DJ Durkin. That was Durkin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Who's now the
Sorry.
DC at
Too
Ole Miss.
soon. Shouldn't have said that.
That's
And-
why
Yeah,
you're
I
in-
mean,
that's-
Dave,
that's
he
why you're in
definitely
line.
got fired after that happened.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Tough one to recover from.
Maryland plus 3.5. Iowa they beat Iowa State. But I still just don't think that their offense is that great. They've got a pretty slow tempo, and I think Maryland's kind of dynamic, faster pace offense could give them a little bit of problems. But I think the key is Maryland's got to get out to an early lead. If Iowa starts out and gets up 10-14-0, they're probably just going to control the game. So I've got Maryland here. I think that line is probably the grossest, stinkiest line out there. So that means that I have to take it. I mean,
I think it is too. It
probably
was the one
probably
on the
80
board that I was like, what am I?
probably 80+% of the public is going to be on Iowa. And it's a weeknight game. Iowa's got to travel. Maryland at home, undefeated. Probably a pretty big crowd. So we're gonna go Maryland 3.5.
Love it.
Last pick, Miss State.
Dude, you bet on Miss State every week.
No. I faded them a few.
Oh
weeks
yeah,
ago.
that's right. You bet on their game like every week.
I bet
I
four
bet on him
against
last
them.
week. It was awful.
Four consecutive. Awful. They lost by 3 and they were plus 2.5. They literally lost by half.
That's pretty
Nothing as
beat.
bad as bad. The worst beat of the week was Michigan State putting it down on the one,
on.
running across the field, kneeing it, kicking a field goal instead of punching it in for a touchdown.
Wiley, we got to get this hostility out of here. This is too much. I said it was an awful beat, and you go, "What? They lost by 3." I was like, "Yeah, it's terrible."
No, you said awful pick.
Yeah,
No, I
awful
said
beat.
Awful beat.
Okay, I thought you said awful pick.
No.
Golly.
Simmer down up there, top left. All right, so we're gonna go. Yeah, Miss State. Are we getting 7 or 7.5 there?
What's the spread? Oh, plus 7.
Yeah,
7.
7. So I just refuse to take A&M until Haynes King comes back. They're
I refuse to
absolutely
take him until
atrocious.
then.
I think they've maybe scored 1 or 2 maybe offensive touchdowns since that quarterback's taken over, besides that terrible team they played in between Colorado and Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So-
Well, did you find a new money line?
I don't.
We can
wanna
come
take-
back to it.
I don't want to take Maryland as my money line because I think they might.
Hey,
be-
you know who, if they had their starting quarterback, would be my money line pick this week is Kansas State.
Yeah, I like
Love
them.
that, yeah.
Just come back to me. I'll interrupt somebody and shout it out.
All right, Davis.
Am I up? All
Yep.
right. Gonna lead us off with Iowa -4.
It's
I
3.5.
think it's a 3.5
Get 3.5. Yeah.
every week.
That's a good pick for
Next pick.
No analysis there. Just the pick.
That was it.
Motoring right through it. Next
Let's go.
pick. Arkansas, Georgia
Oh.
over
Oh.
49 points.
Hey,
Put your
wow.
mortgage on it. Love it.
Condo pick.
Actually, don't like
Yes. Love it. Love it. This next pick, I've heard, people are putting money on this team to outright win. So I'm going Ole Miss plus 14.5. If I were to take another over, it would be the over in the Ole Miss Alabama game.
I'm taking that over. What
That number has to be huge. What is
It
it?
has to be 7.
I can't remember. I looked at it and I was like, that's too high. I can't do it. But it was something like 75 or
It's
something.
79.5.
That's
Yeah.
a really interesting game, man. And the line is weird. Like, it feels like it should be less. So I don't.
Dude,
I
that's
don't
what I'm
know why.
saying. That's why I took Ole Miss. And like it was an absolute shootout last year. And Ole Miss probably hurt themselves by even running their defense out there. Honestly, it just wasted time. And they have somewhat of a resemblance of a defense this year.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if they can get like 2 stops, they can win the football game.
They're gonna
I
win
think
the
they
football
can-
game.
I think they can win. Or I think they can score with Alabama. I hadn't really even seen Alabama be able to score other than like against Southern Miss, but
Yeah.
I think they can score
Alabama's
with
defense is
Alabama.
Not that good.
And Matt Corral is absolutely filthy.
He's elite.
Hopefully, he, we have 10 minutes, fellas. We're running out of meeting time.
Troy
here.
money line. Troy money line.
it would go. Keep it going.
Troy
Oregon
money.
-8.
Troy money
Love
line.
it. UAB -1.5. First game in their new stadium here in Birmingham. Should be a good game. And then money line pick Auburn +155. Yikes.
Hey, Troy's getting big odds there. I don't know
What
what
is-
they are.
But seriously, I my other pick I have
Oh.
here,
Troy, it's South Carolina. Let's go.
which I like a lot,
Well,
is
Chip
Boston
Lindsey action.
College +16 against Clemson.
I saw that. I like that too.
I'm playing that. I just couldn't add it in this because I only get 6 picks. But
That could get you
I-
back though in the unit game if you ML'd that and they covered or came back and they won.
See, I tried that. I tried to come out hot week 1 with that, and it didn't work.
Dude, but you
And now
almost
I'm in
won
a
that.
hole.
You almost won that.
You didn't get in the hole by just that one pick.
I got in a hole week 3, going 1-5.
All right, I'm gonna run through mine quick. I'm gonna take a Davis route. I don't really have much.
What's the Troy money line real quick though before you start? Sure.
It's
Wait, I didn't money line Troy.
No, that's mine.
225.
Oh shit. Okay.
You money line Troy? That's stupid.
Oh, his money line pick was AU money line, Auburn money line,
Yeah.
Yeah, 155.
155,
What's Troy?
225.
Ooh.
Troy at South Carolina +225. All right, you crazy boy.
I hate it, but I don't see anything else on it.
I kind of like it. I like it.
All right, like I said, not much analysis here. We've already covered a lot of these games. Michigan 1.5 versus Wisconsin. I think Wisconsin's dog ass. It's kind of the same thing here. Cincinnati -2 at Notre Dame. Not a huge fan of their quarterback. Think it's a statue. Don't think they're all that great either. This is one that I haven't seen taken yet. I got Baylor +3.5 at Oklahoma State. I love Baylor's OC, Jeff Grimes, former offensive line coach at Auburn.
Holy
Great
hell,
OC.
he's their OC.
Yeah, he was a great OC for Zach Wilson too last year at BYU.
Oh, not
love
JB
his-
Grimes, though. Jeff Grimes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What did I say?
I thought you
JB
were
Grimes?
talking about JB
Me
Grimes.
too.
I was
no, no,
like,
no, no, no.
I was like,
No chance.
I was
Yeah.
like, those words didn't come out of your mouth.
I mentioned the architect behind our like 2010 and 2013 O lineman. That guy. He's a good offensive coordinator. I'm also on the Maryland train, short dog 3.5 at home Friday, hosting Iowa. I think it's going to be pretty low scoring. I think Maryland might have a chance there. I'm taking the dogs, the Georgia Bulldogs at -18.5. I like Arkansas. I like their story. I like their coach a lot, Pittman. He's a legend. I think the fun kind of ends
Dude,
here.
Pittman
with
covers
Arkansas.
every spread.
He's
Yeah,
like 12-3.
I think they're pretty outclassed here, and
I like Georgia too there.
I think their quarterback's pretty banged up. I don't think they have the athletes to hang with Georgia.
What's the Arkansas team total? Maybe a little underplay there.
No idea. Probably low if I had to guess. Because that
Well,
over-
Davis is on the over, so don't talk like that.
Yeah, shut the front door.
All right. So the last pick, I don't like it. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think there's a chance.
Auburn.
Like Davis was saying, I'm taking Ole Miss money line plus
Let's go.
475.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's gonna be a big hitter, Shug.
Trying to get
Dude, that
myself
has a
back
chance
in the game.
too. I mean, people are calling for them to win outright.
And I hate
hit
that.
'em,
I
hit
don't
'em.
like that because a lot of people are saying that, and I don't necessarily think.
Kiffin is elite
And they had a bye
when it
week.
comes to offensive play
Had a
calls.
bye week.
I'm not sold on their defense, even though they look better. I still don't think it's might not be quite good enough. Then again, Bama looked pretty vulnerable in the swamp. Then again, this game is at home though. But that's my ML pick. I hate all my picks. I think I'm probably going to go like 1-5 this week. But
Love the confidence.
That dog, take us home, baby.
Nice. All right, we got 5 minutes, so I don't have a lot of time for analysis. But I also like Texas -5. Liked what they did last week. I think they build off that. And then you guys are gonna hate this, but the rest of my picks are NFL. Yeah.
let's go.
I like it, Mad Dog.
I
like
got Cincinnati Bengals -7.5 against Jacksonville.
You talking about the Bengals?
Not one of my official
You guys looking for Brandon?
Bengals, not Bangles.
Let's go.
Also, if this is not one of my picks, but check out that first half. I think it's like 4.5 or something like that. I like that too. And then I have Kansas City -7. I think it's -7.5 on the
Yeah,
action.
let me double check these.
So I think you can move that to a -120. Then I have the Cowboys -4.5 as well. I have the Bucks -6.5 against New England. Big time homecoming there.
That's gonna be a fun game.
I think the Bucks quarterback used to play for New England, so maybe a revenge game.
Who's that?
I think you might be honest.
Brady, Tom Brady. Used to play for New England. Yeah, and then for my money line pick, I have the Seahawks at the 49ers +130. Back on the Seahawks. 49ers are just real banged up, so I like Seattle in that spot.
Love it. The NFL guru coming in, baby.
Dude, we need some
I
NFL
love
we need some
that
NFL
Tampa Bay. FYI, holy shit.
Yeah, we'll see. And then, but I mean, I don't know if Richard Sherman's playing this week, but it does make me. I mean, I guess Mac Jones hadn't been that great, but it does make me nervous that Tampa Bay's defense has looked pretty bad so far.
Hey, didn't the Chiefs just sign Josh Gordon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There should be a prop bet of how long it takes him to fail a drug test.
That's say it's gonna be like 2 weeks from now. He lasts like less
No,
than a month.
the thing is now Pot's not on the banned list.
Oh yeah.
Was he failing for pot or was he failing for
It was all pot.
Yeah.
Lay off the weed at Stephen A.
lay
Smith
off
Turner.
the weed?
Hey, can we extend this for some AU takes?
We got 3 minutes.
Let's go.
I think we can. I think we don't have to record the AU tapes because this is a gambling podcast, so we can hang and talk. I'm down to talk some AU football.
Who's got the hottest AU take in the last 3 minutes?
Shug.
Shug, what do you got?
Oh, I don't have that hot of a take. I just don't see how you throw Bo Nix back out there after getting pulled against the Sun Belt team.
Agreed.
The third quarter.
Did you-
and then
dude, he went on with
down the field before the game when he
Did you
touched down.
see his roundtable interview?
Dude, he went on the round table and said he thought he played good. I was
Yeah.
like, that's the issue.
Okay.
That is the
That's a big
problem.
problem.
Okay. Besides that one little quote, he handled himself.
One
very
little quote.
well.
No, he did not. He didn't talk to a single one of the teammates, and apparently,
No. On the interview.
He's talking about the interview.
he went
on the
like,
interview.
He looked like such a piece of shit. I hope you see this, Bo Nix.
Apparently, the sideline went berserk when they said they were putting in TJ Finley. They were
Yeah.
Dude, they went nuts. They were. I was there. They were.
It's
you
so much-
jumping up and down clapping.
It's so much easier to bench Bo bench Bo,
Wait,
start Finley,
Davis.
and pull Finley if he sucks,
David,
as
you
opposed
went
to the other way
AU
around.
Georgia State game.
Yeah. My dad had a couple extra tickets, and
That was pretty rowdy.
yeah, I was slapping down. The bartender was like, "Oh, back again, I see."
Like, yeah, well, they just ran a 70-yard touchdown. So yeah.
Yeah, some white dude just took it 70 yards to the house.
I screamed at a Georgia fan after we scored on the 4th and goal. At a wedding surrounded by Georgia fans. I
They
turned around
probably-
and screamed.
They should have just laughed in your face.
We were surrounded
They
by
were
Bama.
laughing in my face for a very long time during the game. And then after we scored, like, oh, it's so Auburn. This is so Auburn. And I was like, yeah.
Oh,
it
I
is.
got so many texts from all my Bama friends. Like, this is the most
Yeah.
one that was not a catch. Like,
Schenker dropped that.
Oh, yeah. That was terrible.
that was such a bad call.
Yeah.
I think we may not break 500 this year.
No,
Maybe.
after this, we have Georgia, Arkansas, and Ole Miss.
I don't think we're like
That's three
I think-
straight L's.
That's
I
three.
think LSU,
straight
I think LSU beats us one.
I think so too.
They were
I
almost
think 1 and 2 would be a massive W in that.
Don't think we cover that number.
against who?
LSU.
Oh, no.
3.5.
No, they're going to beat
Dude,
us
I
by
think they
like
suck ass too, though. I think they're
we are worse.
not any better than us.
But they're at home, and they know if we throw Finley out there, it's like they know everything about him. I mean, he's on their team.
I don't know. I don't know. Last year was a really weird year. It was a true freshman year. He came in like I'm sure they know a lot about him, but
I mean, not much to scout. He can't throw, and he's not
Dude,
very.
he has a cannon, but
He has a
there's just
cannon.
no telling where it's going. He's
And
like that
he never
pitcher
gets